Hey,
Hi,
Nancy.
Nancy.
Hi. So I understand that Clint, you pretty much took Greg into a little bit of your childhood, and that's where it all happened. Can you please talk a little
I
bit about the making?
yeah, I that's a great intro. I was raised on the backside of a track. My dad was a jockey, and I knew this world well, and wanted to make a film that portrayed the world as I knew it, and not as I had seen it in movies. But then seeing it with Greg, who had not been in that world before, and seeing it through his fresh eyes, really showed me things that I had no idea existed there, and made it so much richer for me.
How did you feel, Greg?
Yeah, I mean, when your best friend draws inspiration from their own life, wants to make a movie about it, your immediate answer would be yes, even if they ran a snow cone stand. But the fact that it was a sort of world of horse racing, the first thing we did, like we do with all of our movies, is we came to the backside of a track, and we slept behind the barns, and woke up in the morning with all the jockeys and trainers, and you immediately feel the depth and richness of this community and its potential just inside one sunrise. And I was all in from that moment.
We had seen movies where it barely touches the surface of the life of a jockey, but here we are and get to see how heartbreaking this emotion for writing can take you.
Yeah, it's something that, and that was really part of the original genesis of the movie as well. Is jockeys lead such an interesting life where it's so many different things in one. It's very romantic and very beautiful. And they're moving around the country from place to place. They have this deep innate connection with a horse. The really good ones do. That's kind of goes beyond words. Um, but then also it's really heartbreaking and painful. They don't make a lot of money. They break bones all the time. Their bodies are used up by the time they're in their mid 30s in many cases. And routinely we have jockeys die at in races. And so trying to portray all of that together, all those dichotomies, was a real impetus of making the movie.
Greg, what was something that you did not expect about the life of a jockey?
There were things that I'd sort of heard stories of, the weight loss and the addictions and the drugs, but I sensed that it was coming, but honestly, just like the solidarity and community, like there's an intense competitiveness once you're on a horse and the gates open. They're like the jockeys are like horses themselves. There's not a lot of difference between how each of them think, but then when you're in the jocks room after, like how they look after each other, how they protect each other, how they cry for each other, how they support each other in the smallest and biggest ways, um, was really impressive, and I think unlike any other sport.
Indeed. Well, thank you so much for your time. Congratulations on this project.
Thank you, Nancy.
Thank you, Nancy.
Thank you. Bye bye.